For Jill Winger and all the folks at the prairiehomestead.com, here's some tips for bringing in your citrus for the wintertime. First, when you get your citrus and you want to put it in your new fancy pot, make sure that pot is about 2 inches wider and 2 inches deeper than the pot that it arrives in. Make sure you have some nice big holes on the bottom. I recommend at least 1 inch. 1.25 inches is even better. And this one only has 2, but it probably could stand 4. Once your new plant is potted up, don't ever transplant it once it's indoors. No matter what the plant looks like, it will never ever respond well to being transplanted indoors. Check it carefully for any insect populations that may exist. Wash the plant down thoroughly so that you eliminate any egg masses or latent scale that may exist. When brought indoors in the warm climate, these populations can explode. High pressure water and a simple rag may be all you need to take and curb any major problems that you'll have from insect populations once you bring it indoors. Just the high pressure water is enough to sometimes eliminate the egg mass that would contribute to this once you got them indoors. A good feeding. I recommend an organic fertilizer simply because the plant will then use what it needs. It doesn't stimulate a lot of extra growth. Give it one more good watering before you bring it to that transition spot that you'll use just before you bring it indoors. So then, when you're about 30 days out, nighttime temperatures are starting to fall, move your plant up against a southwest facing wall, preferably one that has radiant heat like a kitchen or living room, or a protected patio that has plenty of sunlight. This will help it adjust to the next move indoors. We're going to be real careful about how we water it from here on in. We're going to try to decrease our water before we bring it indoors, and keep in mind that, of course, once we get it indoors, it's not going to be using anywhere near as much water as it used when it was outdoors. Next, bringing your citrus inside, choose a south-southwest facing window that has at least 6 to 8 hours worth of sunlight. A good, well-protected, heated sunroom or patio, also a great idea. Avoid placing under heater vents or near a wood-burning stove or fireplace. The kitchen generates a lot of heat, not the best place to put your citrus. Finally, don't worry about fertilizing your plant while it's indoors. Fertilize it just before you put it out in the spring. Remember, keep it on the dry side. Plants don't use as much water while they're indoors. And remember, to keep yourself in the know, stay in touch with Jill Winger and our friends at the prairiehomestead.com.